Okay, so as discussed, we said that we are going to create a script, and this script is going to be saved in a CMD file. And what we are going to do is to use our task scheduler to schedule this script, which is going to run at the exact date and time provided. So to get started, let me quickly open my CMD right here and zoom into it so you can see that I'm currently logged in as Gentech. So let's go to our desktop. On our desktop, what we can do is try to create a folder which is going to help us to demonstrate this action in a more safer way. So let me create a folder called trash. So I'll say mkdir trash. So when I look at my desktop, I can see that I have trash right here. The next thing I'm going to do is to cd into the trash folder and create some files. This time around, I'm going to create two text files, one Python file, and one script file. Then I'll create two folders, folder 1, folder 2, so that at the end of the day, we will write the script based on the files available in this directory for practice. So let me quickly go ahead and create these files. I'm going to type notepad file1.txt. Okay, save. The notepad file2.txt, save, yes. And finally, let me create those two folders. So I'm going to use make folder 1, then folder 2. So let me check in trash to see what's there. You can see that I have my file 1, file 2, folder 1, and folder 2. Now, I'm going to create a script and edit it as we move forward. So, notepad again, script.cmd. All right. Let me close the other tabs. Save. So, sorry, I said we have to create a Python file. Let me create that real quick. Notepad python.py. That's created. Yeah. So this is my script. I'm going to, first of all, when writing scripts with CMD, we can use the remark rem for comments. So I'm going to use the comments to describe what we are going to do right here. First of all, we want to move folder 1 into folder 2. Then rem again, because I'm going to type another comment. So what we will do is delete all the txt files. Then finally, we are going to rename the Python file. So these are all what we are going to do with the script. But first of all, let's move folder 1 into folder 2. So since we have our script here, we can simply write move. Let me capitalize the commands to make it easy for you to understand. So we are going to use the move. Then we said folder 1 must be in folder 2. So first of all, we pass what we are going to move first, that's folder 1. And then where are we going to move folder 1 to? So it's going to be in folder 2. Our next action is to delete every file that ends with .txt. So with this, we can use the del command. The cmd del command is used to remove one or more files. So I'm going to capitalize it. Delete everything that ends with .txt. So the asterisk here signifies all, everything that has the txt extension. So this simple command will remove every file, every text file within this folder. Then the last action is to rename the Python file, which can simply be done with the ren command, or we can type it in full rename. Then we type the original name of the file, which is python.py, and then we type in the new name that we want the file to be renamed to. So let's say the file should be python file.py. Well, now that we have our script done, we can first of all test. But if we do that, that means we have to revert our action. So once we want to use the task scheduler to schedule this action, let's first give this script the path where it's located before we pass it to task scheduler. Else task scheduler wouldn't know. By default, it will be searching through our Windows System 32 folder looking for a script. But this time around, we are going to change the directory, so wherever that the script will be executed from, it will know which folder we are talking about. So let me use the capitals. We're going to change the directory to see the users. We saw it right here, so we can just go and copy. We can first of all check the file path. If you want to know the file path of whatever you are doing, we can open the folder and copy this path. After copying, let's try to cd into it with the command prompt. So cd, then we paste, and we see it worked fine. So that means we can do same in our script. Therefore, our cd command is going to take this argument. So when it starts to execute, we will be expecting it to run from the trash folder on our desktop. Let's save it real quick and open our task scheduler. First of all, let's check the folder to see that everything is there. So we have file 1, file 2, we have Python, and we have our script, folder 1, folder 2. So once this script gets executed, we need to rename the Python file into what we call python file.py, and we need to move folder 1 into folder 2 and also delete every text file. Let's see how this is going to work with our task scheduler. So I'm going to search task scheduler right here and click on action, create basic task, and we have this pop-up. What we need to do is to give a name to this task. So let's call it run me. Run me is a fun name that I can use. I think you don't need to do the same. You can just name it anything you want, and the description is optional. So type some optional description, then we click next. So it is asking, when do you want the task to start? For this demonstration purpose, we are going to use one time, but if you want to practice on your own, you can check daily, weekly, monthly, or whatever that suits your demand. But this time around, let's choose one time. One time, when do we want the script to run? I'm going to choose 3 minutes ahead so that we can see it in action. So now it's 7:06. I'm going to choose 7:09, and the seconds will be 00, so that at exactly 7:09, I will expect my script to run and perform all the actions specified in the script file. Go ahead and click next. What do we want to do? We are scheduling the task, and the task is starting a program. So choose start a program by default. and then you are going to browse where your script is located. So click on browse. It's on our desktop trash folder and the script is here. Once you have it selected, we can add arguments which are optional, and other stuffs here can be added